Hey, what's up? I'm Rory. I'm a technician on your unit. I'm going to do the virtual walkthrough for you. So first of all, we're going to need a 2-inch ball for your cup. Also, we're going to need to make sure that we get a personal lock here, padlock or a specific trailer lock to lock this down. Prevents theft, so if you have it locked down, nobody can hitch up and take off with the unit. Also helps keep the unit to stay down or locked into the ball. Below that, we have our safety chains with our breakaway cable. It's pretty important that we have the breakaway cable. Also, we don't want to snake it through every chain link on the chain itself. That will defeat the purpose of pulling the pin out, just in case something happens. It comes disconnected from your vehicle, it will pull that cable and lock the brakes up on the camper. All right, above here, we've got a 12-volt electric tongue jack. It does have a docking light for nighttime. Up and down, provided that your stabilizers aren't down. 7-way power cord here. You plug this into your vehicle, it will do your running lights, turn signal, stop lights. Also provide 12-volt power to charge the battery, and also provide power for the unit. Also, this unit has brakes on it, so if your vehicle has a brake controller, you can utilize the camper brakes instead of solely on your vehicle brakes, which will save you in the long run. All right, LP tank, this has been purged and filled, and also drop pressure test performed on it. Make sure that there's no gas leaks or anything in it, so this is a full can. Battery's got a brand new Group 24 deep cycle marine battery in it. Last one in it was 2 years old, so it has a brand new one in there. So you will have to check the water monthly. Use distilled water whenever you are filling the battery back up. All right, off to the side. Down here in the front, this is where your front stabilizers are on both front corners. Those are stabilizers, those are not levelers. They're not meant to level the camper. All right, front compartment here, our water station. This is our fresh water connection. So we're basically gonna open our cap, stick our hose in, we're gonna let the fresh water tank fill up. Once water comes out through the hose there, that pretty much means that it's full. All right, city water connection. You're gonna run a water hose from here to a spigot, turn that spigot on, and it provides water for the camper. One of my biggest things with these is make sure that you have a good black screen gasket in here. That's a gasket with a screen in the middle of it. If you do not have this gasket in here, I don't care how tight you tighten the water hose, you are pushing water in the camper. So always make sure that you've got a good gasket in there. All right, as for underneath, we have a spare tire. This is located over here. This little indentation, you're going to take your stabilizing jack crank and you're going to crank the tire down and then crank the tire back up whenever you're done with it. All right, water heater. This is a dual fired water heater. It utilizes a 110-volt element, which is in the off position right now. The LP cycle turns on from inside the unit. So 110-volt, provided that you got your power cord plugged in, turn that switch on, and also make sure there's water in there before you turn it on. This little cap in the water heater here, this goes for your freshwater tank drain, which is actually located way up underneath here where the water is dripping out of. You can see where the water is dripping down, there's a little hole. You just simply screw that into it, and that will be your freshwater tank plug or drain, whichever. But the plug for it is in the water heater. All right, this has a black tank flush, meaning if we had to fill that black tank up, we need to clean that tank. We're gonna empty. First, we're gonna connect our hose. We've got 2 spots here. This one here is for your kitchen sink and your bathroom, your bathtub, I'm sorry. And this one here is strictly for the black tank. So when we need to clean our black tank, we're gonna connect our hose. We're gonna pull our gate valve open, drain it. Then we're gonna close it after it's drained. We're gonna hook a water hose up to here. Once again, make sure we got a good gasket in there. That way we don't push water in the camper. Hook a water hose of it, turn it on. We're gonna watch our tank level indicator inside to make sure that it goes up to full. When it gets to full, we're gonna come outside, pull the gate valve. We're gonna drain all of that out. Once that's water levels died down, push it back in, fill it up again. We wanna do that about 2 or 3 times, and that'll keep your black tank nice and clean. Outdoor shower here. If you got mud all over you, you got a dog, pet, whatever, you need to rinse them off before they get in the camper. You got an outdoor shower. This is a spot for your 30 amp power cord, which is located in the unit. This is a twist lock, so you'll put it in and then you'll twist it. And also when you go to remove it, you're going to twist it the reverse way and pull the plug out. All right, solar charge. If you decide to set a panel out for solar charging, this is the connection that you will have to match up with the solar panel. All right, cable. If your park or campsite has cable, awesome. Connect you a piece of cable from here to here. That'll put cable into the camper. We talked about your sewer station. Rear stabilizers, they're on the back corners of the unit. Always make sure these are down before we get into the camper. And also make sure that we have our wheels chopped. This is not a double axle, and this unit will pick up in the back or lift up the front if you stand at the back. Alright, so this does have a rear camera base on it, so it is rear camera compatible. If you do happen to get one, you can go to the Furion website and get one from there, or you can attach your own to it. Rear handrail, handrail here. You can fold it to the inside whenever you're transporting, pick up, fold out for normal use, or if you just want it out of your way. Inside, your steps here are going to be a simple fold and push in or pull out. Alright, off to the side here. Alright, front compartment. This has your power cord here. This is a brand new power cord. The unit didn't come with one. This is also your crank for your stabilizing jacks and for your spare tire. Alright, awning. This here is just a vent for the back of the refrigerator. There's no access or compartment or anything like that for you. Also, your furnace intake and exhaust. Whenever you run your furnace, this will exhaust hot air, so be careful what you have in front of it. You also have a 110 volt outlet out here for either charging golf carts or what have you. Okay, so now we're inside. We're looking at the control panel here. This is basically where we're going to extend and retract our awning, run it in and out. You'll have to look through the dining room window to see whenever it's retracted in or when it's fully extended. Light switches here, outside light, and also light on the side where your awning is. Our water heater, this is for the LP side. So our electric turns on outside, our LP turns on inside. This is our water pump switch, provided that we have water in our fresh water tank. Fresh, we press, it says that we are empty, so we cannot turn our water pump on. Check our battery. We want to see what our battery looks like. Our battery is fully charged right now. Our black tank level, our gray tank, and we do not have a galley in here, so disregard the galley. Your awning extend and retract. When your awning goes up, whenever you go to leave the unit, please do not leave your awning out, run your awning in. All right, over here by the entry door, we have our refrigerator. Refrigerator turns on and off. We have to open our freezer door, turn the button on here. We're in the auto position. This will automatically go from 110 to LP. Whenever you disconnect your power cord, this will automatically switch over. And then whenever we're not using the unit, we just simply shut it off. We can leave our doors open just to naturally air dry. This doesn't, the only temperature sensor that you have in here is going to be your slide. See, it says warmer and cooler, so the further up the fin that you run that, the colder the refrigerator and the freezer will get. All right, below it, the refrigerator, we've got our kitchen fire extinguisher, so that's going to extinguish grease fires. We also have our furnace down here. This is the only place that we're going to get air in, so no pillows, boxes, sleeping bags, anything like that in front of it. It needs to be able to push out the hot air. All right, your dinette, all your lights have a button in the center of them. Even though it's on a switch, it still has a button in the center of it. So if you're trying to conserve battery power because you don't have your power cord plugged in, you can turn those off. Blinds here, you do have a blind rest. I like to have these guys up whenever we're transporting. That way it stops them from sloshing and getting beat around. Dinette table, you can take this off. You'll just simply lift the table up and pull off. And then whenever we need to use it, simply drop in. You can slide the table around if you need it closer up to you, what have you. You can stow it and fold it flat. You'll just push the button here, push your leg in. We're going to unlock this and just simply push it in, and then we can stow the table over. Alright, as far as storage underneath the seats, just grab a hold of the plug right there, stick your finger in the hole, pull it out. You'll be able to use for storage. Kitchen area. You do need to have a grill lighter to light your stove top off. This is a 12 volt hood vent exhaust that does exhaust outside, not back into the unit. Microwave, this is a 900 watt microwave. Also, this is 110 power, so we need to make sure we have our power cord plugged in to use the microwave. All right, storage up top here. Also have a light and a GFI receptacle. If any receptacles don't work throughout the camper, we need to make sure that that guy has been reset. Kitchen sink, this has a little small sink, also your strainer slash sink stopper. Your keys are located under the sink on the P-trap, so that will open and close your entry door and also your compartments. All right, a couple of drawers, has all of the manuals for the unit. Previous owners were nice enough to leave those in there. So power station is located underneath there. This houses all of our 110 volt breakers. These do go in the center when they trip. Simply shut it off, flip it back on. If it goes back into a trip position, you need to bring it in, let somebody take a look at it. All of your 12 volt fuses are also located in here. You see you've got a 3, some 15s, and some 40s, so grab you some extra fuses just in case. If any of them do pop, if one pops, you're going to see a light that's going to emit next to that one. That's the reason for the smoke lens here. So something 12 volts not working, you see a red light on in there, you'll know that you got a pop fuse. All right, LP detector located down here. You do have propane appliances in here, so it is government recommended that we have LP detectors. Also a smoke detector. This utilizes a 9 volt battery, so make sure that you got a good battery in there. Press and test it monthly to make sure that it does what it's supposed to. All right, AC. This is your only thermostat here, so you're just going to switch to the arrow on what you want for a selection, and then this is your actual temperature. So this way here is max cold. There is no heat, so it's just going to be just room temperature air coming through there. All right, sleeping quarters. There's no storage up underneath here. You do have a little bit spot for storage here, and also have a shelf up on top here. Stereo. Quick press of the button that turns on. We've got a zone 1 and a zone 2. It says zone 1 is on. We want to shut zone 1 off, which is going to be your inside speakers. So zone 2 is going to be your outside speakers. Those are turned off, so oh, never mind. Zone 2 is inside, zone 1 is outside. And that is very loud. All right, you can Bluetooth this, your phone, Bluetooth it to it, play your favorite playlist. You can also watch DVDs with it. You'll have to set the DVD player up, HDMI cable into this, and then it'll come out through your HDMI cable over here at the entertainment center. Speaking of the entertainment center, this already has a TV mount, which is also on a swivel, so you're not going to break your neck trying to watch TV while you're eating at the table. You do have a cable connection here. We've got a little button off to the side. I turn the button on, a little green light comes on. That tells me that my antenna is amplified. Whenever we're trying to watch local channels, we need to make sure that is turned on. Whenever we're trying to watch park cable, we need to reach up there. We need to shut that off because that will interfere with the cable reception. So if you're trying to watch park cable and it's not coming in right, make sure that you got that amplifier shut off. And then last but not least, we've got the bathroom. All right, light switch on the wall here. You've got your toilet, and you've also got your stand-up shower. And then up above you have your exhaust fan, manual open and manual close, and then you have 4 settings for the speed on that. Always make sure that you close that whenever you leave the camper, especially now we're heading into our pop-up thunderstorm season. So if you leave the camper, protect it. Make sure that you put your lid down. That way, if you did leave it up and it rains, you come back, your bathroom will be waterlogged. All right, roof inspections. Just keep up with the roof inspection on it. Find whoever does free roof inspections if you're not close to here. When you bring it in for the roof inspection, tell them I want all of my exterior sealants checked around my windows, compartment doors, my entry door. Water leaks don't just come directly from the roof all the time. All right, enjoy, good luck, and have fun.